Remember when luxury sedans were built like rolling bank vaults? The 90s gave us machines that still feel tougher and more dependable than many shiny new models in 2025. Today, we're digging into those classic luxury sedans that not only deliver comfort and class, but also prove they can outlast the modern competition. Some of these might just surprise you. Here's why this matters right now. Prices on new luxury sedans have gone through the roof, while their long-term reliability, let's just say, questionable. Meanwhile, the 90s gave us sedans that mix timeless design, simpler electronics, and overbuilt drivetrains. The best part? You can still find these legends for a fraction of the price of a new base model today. Number 7. Lexus LS400. If you wanted bulletproof engineering in the 90s, the Lexus LS400 was the answer. This was Toyota's moonshot into the luxury world, and they nailed it. Who should consider it today? Anyone who wants S-Class comfort without S-Class repair bills. Under the hood, you get that silky 4.0-liter V8 paired with a 4-speed automatic that's known for surviving well past 300,000 miles if you keep up with fluid changes. Common issues? Power steering leaks and tired suspension bushings, but both are easy to spot on a test drive. Performance? 250 horsepower, smooth as butter, and fuel economy around 18 miles per gallon combined. Not bad for a 90s luxury V8. Step inside, and you'll find leather seats that still feel solid, simple climate controls, and whisper-quiet insulation. Best years to target? The mid-90s facelift models from 1995 to 1997. Prices today range from $6 to $12,000 for clean examples, depending on mileage and condition. And the next sedan? It's German, it's bold, and it's got a reputation that makes some buyers nervous, but the right one can outlast anything in your driveway. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz W124 E-Class. Before Mercedes went heavy on electronics, they built the W124, the E-Class, from the late 80s into the mid-90s. And let me tell you, this thing is legendary. Who should look at one today? Drivers who want a classic German sedan that can still do daily duty without draining your wallet every week. Mechanically, the W124 was over-engineered. Straight sixes, V8 second, even the trusty 4-cylinders, they all share one thing: longevity when properly serviced. The automatic transmissions are tough, but you'll want to check for smooth shifts and make sure the fluid isn't burnt. Known weak points? Wiring harness degradation in early 90s models and rear suspension bushings. Both are repairable if you catch them early. Performance depends on the engine. The E320 with its 3.2-liter inline-six makes around 220 horsepower, smooth and reliable. Fuel economy sits around 20 miles per gallon. Comfort is pure Mercedes supportive seats, solid doors, and a cabin that feels like a vault. Best years to buy now? 1993 to 95, just before the electronics got more complicated. Prices are climbing, but a good one still sits between $7,000 and $15,000. And the next sedan? It's American, it's a highway cruiser at heart, and it might just remind you of a mob boss car from the movies. Number 5. Lincoln Town Car. If there's one sedan that screams American luxury cruiser, it's the Lincoln Town Car. This was the choice of executives, livery fleets, and yes, even a few movie mob bosses. Who should consider it today? Anyone who wants sofa-like comfort, rear-wheel drive simplicity, and a car that'll glide down the highway like it's floating on air. Mechanically, the Town Car is built on the Panther platform shared with Crown Vics and Grand Marquis, which means parts are cheap and durability is unmatched. The 4.6-liter V8 isn't fast, but it's nearly indestructible. Look out for leaky intake manifolds and air suspension compressors that love to give up after 2 decades. If the car you're checking out still rides level and smooth, you've found a good one. Power output sits around 200 horsepower, with fuel economy in the mid-teen city and low 20s on the highway. Comfort? This thing was basically a rolling living room. Soft leather seats, a giant trunk, and the kind of ride quality that makes potholes feel like little ripples in a lake. Best years to aim for? The mid-90s to early 2000s models from 1995 to 2002 strike the balance between reliability and modern conveniences. Prices today? You can still scoop a solid one for $5,000 to $10,000, which is wild considering how much car you're getting. And next up, we're heading back to Europe with a sedan that blends sharp handling, timeless design, and a reputation that just won't quit. Number 4. BMW E38 7 Series. When people picture the ultimate 90s executive sedan, the E38 7 Series often comes to mind. Sleek design, rock-solid road presence, and just enough tech to feel modern without being overcomplicated. Who should consider it today? Drivers who want luxury but also enjoy being behind the wheel, not just chauffeured. Engines ranged from straight 6s to V8 second and even the big V12. But the sweet spot is the 4.4-liter V8 inch, the 740i strong, smooth, and plenty durable if maintained. Transmission? A 5-speed automatic that holds up if serviced regularly. Common issues? Cooling system components like radiators and water pumps, plus electrical gremlins in the windows and seat modules. Always check that everything electronic actually works. Performance is impressive even by today's standards, around 280 horsepower in the 740i with a surprisingly athletic feel for such a big sedan. Fuel economy? Expect mid-teens in the city, low 20s on the highway. Inside, the E38 offers plush leather seating, wood trim, and a cockpit designed for the driver, not just the passengers. Best years? 1998 to 2001 models, especially after the minor refresh, are the ones to hunt. Prices today can range from 8 to 15 grand for a clean example, but beware, cheap ones often hide expensive problems. If you're watching on television, grab your phone, hit subscribe, and tell me which city you're watching from. I want to see where all the classic car fans are tuning in. And next, we're not staying in Europe. The next sedan is Japanese, built to last a lifetime, and it's the sleeper choice that many overlook. Number 3, Acura Legend. The Acura Legend was one of those cars that quietly built a reputation for being unkillable. Launched as Honda's luxury flagship in North America, it combined reliability with genuine luxury touches without the drama that came with some European rivals. Who should consider it today? Buyers who want understated elegance, bulletproof mechanics, and a car that'll still turn heads at Cars and Coffee. Mechanically, the Legend came with a rock-solid 3.2-liter V6 paired to either a smooth automatic or, if you're lucky, a 5 or 6-speed manual. That engine is famous for running 300,000 miles plus, as long as you stay on top of timing belt changes and cooling system maintenance. Common issues? Watch for head gasket leaks in higher mileage models and worn-out suspension bushings. Performance was ahead of its time, 200 horsepower in the early 90s, climbing closer to 230 in later years. Fuel economy sits around 20 miles per gallon combined. Comfort-wise, the cabin is pure Acura, ergonomic, well-built, and with leather and wood accents that still feel classy today. Best years to target? The second-generation models from 1991 to 95. Prices? Expect to spend 6 to 10 grand for a good one, with pristine manuals fetching a lot more from collectors. And the next sedan? It's American again, big, bold, with a V8 burble that reminds you of Detroit's golden age of comfort cruisers. Number 2, Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. Now this is old-school American luxury at its finest. The Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham was a rolling statement piece long, wide, and unmistakably Cadillac. Who should consider it today? Anyone who wants a classic Detroit cruiser with V8 power, room for the whole family, and that unmistakable Cadillac presence. Mechanically, the mid-90s models came with the legendary 5.7-liter LT1 V8, borrowed from the Corvette. That means around 260 horsepower, loads of torque, and durability that can easily cross the 200,000-mile mark with proper care. The 4-speed automatic is simple and tough, though you'll want to check for smooth shifts. Common issues? Rust around the rear quarters and aging air conditioning systems. Performance-wise, it's not a sports sedan, it's about effortless, highway cruising. Fuel economy sits in the mid-teens, but the ride quality makes every mile feel like you're gliding on a cloud. Inside, the Fleetwood Brougham is pure Americana. Plush velour or leather seats, endless chrome accents, and space big enough to stretch out in the back like you're in a limo. Best years? 1994 to 96 with the LT1 are the most desirable. Market prices today hover between 8 and 12 grand for well-kept examples. And that leaves us with the number 1 spot, a Japanese luxury sedan, so reliable, some owners joke it'll outlive them. Number 1, Infiniti Q45. Here's the hidden gem of the 90s luxury world, the Infiniti Q45. When it launched, Nissan went all in to challenge the big German sedans, and the result was a car that was years ahead of its time. Who should consider it today? Enthusiasts who want rarity, reliability, and a true sleeper sedan that almost nobody else at the meet will have. Under the hood, you'll find a 4.5-liter V8 pumping out around 278 horsepower serious muscle for the early 90s. Paired with a 4-speed automatic, it's a drivetrain that can rack up big miles if the fluids and timing chain guides have been properly maintained. Common issues? Watch for worn suspension bushings and aging electrical connectors, but mechanically, these cars are tanks. Performance was sharp. This wasn't a floaty cruiser. The Q45 had tight steering, a limited slip differential, and a chassis tuned for drivers who wanted something sportier than a Lexus LS or Cadillac. Fuel economy? Expect mid-teen city, low 20s, highway. Inside, it skipped the fake wood and chrome in favor of a clean, modern design, leather seats, power everything, and a focus on the driver. Best years to hunt down, early models from 1990 to 93 are the purist's choice, but the mid-90s facelift brought more refinement. Prices today range from 6 to 10 grand, with rare, low-mile examples climbing higher as collectors catch on. These 90s luxury sedans prove you don't need something brand new to get comfort, style, and reliability that lasts. If you enjoyed this list, stick around, check out our video on the toughest SUVs of the era, or the classic trucks that refuse to die. You'll love those too.